Okay, chapter 13, lesson 9, formulas for the tangent. So last lesson we saw what to do if you're dealing with sines and cosines and you're doubling or halving the angle. This time we're going to add the tangent into it. Okay, so addition, double angle, half angle applied to the tangent. So an addition formula for the tangent can be obtained by using the addition formulas for the sine and cosine. That makes sense, right? So if we have the tangent of something plus something, that should equal the sine of those things divided by the cosine of those things. Do all the substitution work, then you divide the numerator and the denominator by cosine A times the cosine of B, and you end up with this. To do the same thing with minus, you use the formula, and we use negative B because adding and subtracting are related using the opposite. So minus B is the same as plus negative B. So all we do is we change this to a plus problem, and the formula works for both, which gives us this first gray box. The addition formula for the tangent says if you have two things added up, then you do the tangent of the first one plus the tangent of the second one over 1 minus the tangents multiplied. So notice, plus, plus, minus. Now tangent of A minus B. Tangent of A minus tangent of B over 1 plus the tangents times each other. So the plus is the plus, the minus is the minus, and the bottom is switched. Okay, so the first example says find the exact value of the tangent of 285. Well, notice how we can do that. The tangent of 285 is the same as 240 plus 45. So we want to find the tangent of that, because 285 is not on the chart. So we're looking for numbers on the chart that will add up to the existing number. So we can do that. So plug it into the formula. So the tangent of 240 plus the tangent of 45, 1 minus the tangent of 240 times the tangent of 45. Now notice here, you simply plug in the numbers. So tangent of 240 is square root of 3. Tangent of 45 is 1. Tangent of 240, tangent of 45. Square root of 3 plus 1 over 1 minus square root of 3, multiplied by the complex conjugate, because you can't have the square root stuff in the bottom. Simplify, and then there's our final answer. So you're simply remembering this formula, using the chart to find the numbers, and then plugging everything in to get the answer. Okay, let's try another one. Okay, the double angle formula. You can come up with a double angle formula for the tangent by substituting A plus B into the tangent plus A plus B. So look right here. Tangent of A plus A, you plug in tangent, tangent, and so then you end up with this. You use what we just did to come up with this one. The tangent of twice an angle is 2 times the tangent of that angle divided by 1 minus the tangent squared. You do the same thing to get the half angle formula by substituting sine and cosine. So notice here. So we didn't do an example with this one. We just came up with where does this come from, and then it's the gray box, so you got to learn it. Then this is answering the question, where does the tangent of half of an angle come from? And they're saying substitute the sine and cosine for tangent. So the tangent of an angle is sine over the cosine of that angle. The sine of half of an angle from the last lesson is this. The cosine of half of an angle is this. And by the time you simplify, you get this. Plus or minus. Now a second formula for the tangent of half of an angle can be derived. So there's 2 ways to do the half angle. This is the first way, plus or minus the square root of 1 minus the cosine of the angle divided by 1 plus the cosine of the angle. If you start with this, you can come up with another half angle formula for the tangent. The tangent of an angle is sine over the cosine. 2 times the sine of A over cosine of A. And then 2 cosine A cosine A. Now what did they do? They multiplied the top and the bottom by 2 and the top and the bottom by cosine, and what happens is this becomes a thing. This is the same as sine of 2A. And this is the same as 1 plus the cosine of 2A. By substituting theta over 2 for alpha, we will obtain the second formula given in this gray box right here. They didn't prove it. They said if you do exercise 32, you'll see how the proof works. So we have this gray box, the addition formula for the tangent. We have the double angle formula for the tangent. And then we've got the 3 different half angle formulas for the tangent. Okay, and then one example here to show how it works. The exact value of tangent of 5 pi over 12. Well, we're going to use, we look at our chart and we don't have any 5 pi over 12. What we do have is a 5 pi over 6. So this is half of 5 pi over 6. So we can find the tangent of half of this by using this formula. We're using this version of it. So the tangent of 5 pi over 12 is equal to 1/2 of 5 pi over 6. So 1 minus the cosine of 5 pi over 6, which you get from the chart, divided by the sine of 5 pi over 6, which you also get from the chart. So substitute 1 minus negative square root of 3 over 2, divided by 1/2. Simplify it all out, and you get 2 plus the square root of 3. That's it. Let me know if you have any questions or if you get stuck, and I'll do my best to help you out.